Hey guys, it's Azalea Marie and welcome to my crazy beautiful mess. And today we are going to talk about what I spend money on in my late 20s. I wanted to do this video just because I think there's so many misconceptions on what people should and should not spend money on, and I consider myself to be a pretty frugal person, and these are things that I feel are worth the splurge, or at least worth spending more money on, and I'll explain why. So the first thing that I am willing to spend money on is cleaner products. So that is products that are better for the environment, with safer ingredients, that have less waste, the products that are for a cause. So laundry detergent is huge. I think my favorite laundry detergent is Caldera, and theirs is so expensive, but it is so good and so nice. If you're looking for a little bit of a more budget friendly but still environmental and safe, then Miss Meyer's is a really good brand. And I think for like the regular laundry soap and fabric softener, that's like $23, $24, which isn't that bad. For the Caldera, I think it was like 40 some dollars total for both things. So again, a little bit more expensive, but amazing products. I love the smell, and it just made laundry kind of like a treat for me to do and have clean clothes. It's nice. Another thing that I spend money on is skincare and hair care. So again, safer products, cleaner products, green beauty products, companies that I agree with their like values and what they put out there into the world. I find that when I get drugstore products, I just go through them so much faster. So it may be like a $10 foundation that then I have to replace 4 times. And all of a sudden, that $10 foundation, so like say I replace it 4 times in 6 months, that foundation now becomes $40 for 6 months. Whereas if I spend $40 on a nicer foundation, they seem to last for a full 6 months. More now with the pandemic because I'm not wearing makeup every day. But that is huge alone. For hair care, same with shampoo. When I was getting the regular drugstore brand shampoo, I was having to replace my shampoo a few times a year or more. Now with my hair blonde, I am mainly using Olaplex shampoo just because it's specifically for dyed blonde hair. And I go through it so much slower. Like I think I'm halfway done. And I got it in September, so it's like 3 months and it's not even halfway gone. So it lasts for at least 6 months. It's not that big. It's $28 for the shampoo and $28 for the conditioner. So it is a little bit more pricey than some shampoos, but it's just worth it for me, especially to reduce damage in my hair, bleaching and dyeing my hair constantly to keep it blonde. With that being said, there are better brands of shampoos you can get for cheaper. You can wait for sales and get shampoos then. FabFitFun has amazing sales all year, and that is where I've been starting to get shampoos from. So once I'm done with my Olaplex, I have a Hydrate Living Proof. I think it's Repair and Recovery Living Proof shampoo that I got for $20 for the shampoo, conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner. And it retails for I think like $70, and I got it for $20. But if you spend money on better products, you're just gonna see the difference. Another thing that I spend money on is clothing. So there are so many times where you see all these cute things and you see these Instagram posts of clothing and you're like, oh my gosh, like that looks super cute, I want that. And then it's like $20 and you're like, how could that dress be $20? It looks like a $40 to like $60 dress, maybe more. That is because they are compromising quality with quantity. And so they are mass producing all of these shirts for like $5, selling them to you for like 10 maybe. Whereas if you bought a $30 shirt, that would probably last years. And that cheap $10 shirt, $5 shirt you got is probably only gonna last you a few months. So for me, I noticed with leggings a lot this would happen, where I would get like off-brand or like not as great leggings, and every couple months I'd have to replace them because they would get a hole, or the dog would jump on me and it would rip, or anything would happen. And so I started getting only brand names and more expensive leggings, and they just last for a long time. with a lot of the cheesier ones too, it's like you like them for a little bit and then you just don't want to wear them again. And so you don't get as much of a life out of them either. With some of the nicer ones I have, I've had them for years and they are still amazing. Like I have one that I know I had when I was like 21. So I've had it for 6 years and they're one of my favorite pairs still, and I love them. They're my winter leggings and so cute. Along the same lines as clothing is winter coats and winter boots. So for a long time, I would just get like the $20 coats from Aeropostale or American Eagle or whatever they were when they were on sale. And I would have a few coats so I could always change colors, because that's like what I wanted, was to wear like a burgundy coat this day and a silver coat this day and a blue coat that day. And finally I just bit the bullet, got a really nice coat. I got a Marmont coat and it was pricey. It was I think like $200. But it is amazing and it's great. I've had it for 3 years now. The quality is there. It is one of the warmest coats I've ever owned. It is great. And same thing with boots. Like I would always just get kind of cute boots that were never that effective. And finally, I just got a nice pair of Eddie Bauer boots. They are amazing. I love them and they have lasted for, I think I've had them for 2 years now and they're still like on point. So if you get nicer things like that, it may be more money up front, but in the long run, you're still gonna be saving money on it, but those are worth investing more money in the beginning. Another thing that I do spend money on is organic foods. Now, my mom was all about organic foods her whole life, and I was just like, I don't know. I thought it was a little bit crazy to spend so much money on organic food. Then I got guinea pigs. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like you guys are they're like this big. I was like, you are too small to eat chemicals from foods. And so I started getting organic food mainly for them, but then I would eat it too. And I know there's a lot of controversy with organic foods and is it worth it, because they can have so many pesticides and still be labeled organic, but like the bowl can't be used with pesticides. I don't know. Is it worth it? For me, I don't mind spending the extra on organic now, and I know if I were to ever have kids, I would be like, they are only having organic either, no sugar, no coloring, no high fructose syrup, like they're gonna be healthy little kids. And that is just a personal preference, but that is something that I am willing to spend more money on just because I think it's healthier, and I hope it will impact somewhere down the line some health or something. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, the next thing I'm willing to spend money on is technology. This is a really hard one for me to talk about because I have wasted so much money on stupid technology glitches. So when I started college, I had a pretty nice laptop, but I had to get a paper off of it, and it was a 16-page paper due that day that I had decided to finish at like 3 or 4 a.m. And so when I jumped off my bed, I landed on my computer and broke my computer. 16-page paper due that day. Then I like got a few hours of sleep, woke up, my computer was still dead. So I called my dad in tears. I'm like, oh my God, I have a 16-page paper due. Don't know what I'm gonna do. What do I do? I bring it down to the tech guys, to the tech desk in our like computer lab thing in the dorm. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I need my paper off it. Help me. And they're like, you have to take the keyboard off. We can't legally do that. So you have to rip it off and then we'll get it off your internal processor. So there was my first computer. Now, I think 4 computers later, I finally bought into Mac, got a Mac, and it was actually a lot easier to learn than I thought. I wish I'd done it sooner. I would have saved myself buying like 4 pretty bad computers. A couple of them I did get for pretty cheap. Like I think one computer I got for like $500. Again, not super expensive, not inexpensive. It was like a middle of the road decent computer, but then I poured water on it because I can't be trusted with technology and expensive things apparently. And then a couple other computers I got for like $150-ish each, give or take, and they just kind of worked for a year and then kind of slowly died basically. So technology is something now that I will spend more money on to get something nice because it will last longer and you won't have to keep replacing it with not as great upgrades or deep downgrades, whatever it is. All right, another thing that I'm willing to spend money on is school and certificates. Now, this is kind of weird for me to say also because I personally think that college is pushed on people way too much and it's unnecessary for a lot of jobs out there. It's unnecessary for a lot of career paths. However, if you know that you want to go to college, if you know that it's going to help you, then it is good to invest in a better college. Again, certificates are similar. So I graduated with a bachelor's in criminal justice and economics, and then I got licensed in life insurance and health insurance to start selling insurance. I think those are worth it because it was a cool job. It was interesting. I'll do a story time on the job later on. But for that, it was worth getting and paying for. And right now, taking some classes to get my certified financial planning certificate. And that is kind of pricey. It's like around $10,000, give or take. It's a little bit less than $10,000. You can find programs that are more expensive than that. But when I look at career paths and what it will do to have that versus not having the CFP, my professor said that 50% of your clients will come to you just for having the title CFP. And so for me, it was worth looking into. I also went to college, and again, my college that I went to was not a super expensive college at all. My college, I think for like 4 years of my college cost less than 1 year of my sister's college. So just let's put that into perspective. I didn't go to a super insanely expensive college, and I still got a really good degree out of it. Another thing I'm willing to spend money on is cars. Don't do what I did though. I had a car for like 10 years, 11 years, and then it just hit too many miles. It cost too much to fix, more than it was worth. And so I got a new car. What kind of new car did I get? I got a Toyota Camry 2020 in 2019 because how cool is it to have a 2020 car for like a full week before it's 2020? Yeah, my wallet is gonna be mad at me. However, my job, I was driving so much. I was spending like $400 to $600 a month in gas. And I was getting an average of like 21 miles per gallon. Now, I get 40, probably like 38 to 42 miles per gallon in my new car. And less problems, less hassle. I put so much money into my car before it died, basically, or before it just cost way too much to fix, where I was not gonna put like, I think it needed like $5,000 into it and it was worth like $3,000. Wasn't gonna do that. And so I did get a new car. I would say it's a good idea to get a new car, but like I wish, in retrospect again, I wish I'd gotten like a 2018 Toyota Camry hybrid because it would have been basically the same car, but a lot less upfront. Another thing that I will spend money on is companies that I believe are doing good, or local companies versus like big companies. So for example, in my college town, we had a just local food store that was local foods, organic foods, a lot of like small farm raised meat and veggies, just stuff like that. And it was a lot more expensive to shop there than the regular grocery store, but like I said, if it supports a good cause, if it's local, if it's something I believe in, I'm willing to spend more on that. That's what I spend money on in my 20s. Thanks for watching my crazy beautiful mess. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And if you want to get started with investing, I have linked my Robinhood and Webull in the description, where you can get 3 free stocks. 1 with Robinhood and then 2 with Webull when you deposit $100 in the platform. Just hit that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video on Fridays. Bye guys.